Well, thanks for staying up with us. This is Nightside. I'm Aaron Luna. An assisted living center in Spokane is under investigation for refusing to let a disabled vet back into his apartment. The 97-year-old spent just 2 hours in the hospital for a nosebleed. When his daughter drove him back, she says staff at Riverview Retirement Community said they wouldn't let him back in for 2 weeks over fears he could have been exposed to COVID-19. The family spoke exclusively to our Kyle Simchuk in this story, new on Nightside.
97-year-old Burton Keene returned home safely from World War II. He couldn't go home to his apartment at Riverview Retirement Community after a 2-hour trip to the hospital.
The law is that they still have to have a plan.
His daughter, Nancy Potter, says Riverview called a few days before that trip to the ER, saying anyone who leaves won't be allowed to return for several days due to COVID-19. This was an emergency. Potter says she tried to clarify before her dad left for the hospital.
They said, well, he'll be in isolation. Maybe he'll be in the care center. But nobody said, no, he can't come back.
That message changed when they returned 2 hours later. Potter says Riverview staff and CEO Charlie Terrell said her dad wouldn't be allowed back in for 2 weeks.
Charlie and the nurse claimed it was a mandate from the CDC, but there hasn't been any mandate.
We called the Washington State Department of Social and Health Services to see if this was a new rule for assisted living centers during COVID-19. They said no, it's not, adding that they're now investigating Riverview for this incident. For now, Burton is staying with his daughter.
We're turning into assisted living nurses, so.
Yeah, I'm the new bath lady.
The 14-day rule didn't make sense to Potter. Riverview isn't keeping tabs on her dad or who he's around. What if he became infected on day 13? She says he would have been safer at Riverview since residents are already self-isolated in their rooms.
We pay $85,000 a year for him to be there and get the care. And I have to say the nurses and the nursing assistants are fantastic there.
Burton, who is also deaf, is still adjusting to his temporary home and would like to go back, which right now is the plan.
I liked it. Yeah. The food was good and
Potter is left to wonder.
What if he didn't have family? What if he's locked out with no family and no plan?
We reached out to Riverview President and CEO Charlie Terrell for a comment. He did not return our calls or emails. Reporting in Spokane, I'm Kyle Simchuk for News Nightside.